Hello, I'm your host, Hugo Alejandro Pedrosa. Last time, you learned how to get ready for a job interview. You also learned how to respond to compliments, how to apologize for being late, and how to accept or reject an offer for a beverage. Today, you will learn how to ask and answer questions during the job interview. The job interview is the most important and sometimes the most difficult part of getting a job. It's normal to be nervous before the interview. In an interview, you have to answer many different types of questions. You also have to ask some very important questions. It's a good idea to prepare yourself for those questions you will hear and for the questions you will ask. Let's watch Anne and Tashomi go through their interviews. What kinds of questions do you hear?
Tell me, why do you want this job, Tashomi?
I want the job because I need to make money.
How did you hear about the job?
I saw the ad in the paper, and I know one of your workers, Jose Avila.
You know Jose? He's an excellent worker, and he's always on time. Tell me, would you be able to come to work every day on time?
Sure, I can always come on time.
Sometimes I ask my workers to work overtime. Would that be a problem with you?
No, some overtime is okay. I'm flexible, but
But what?
I'm a student, Mr. Reynolds. I need time to study. I can't put in overtime every day.
Well, that sounds reasonable.
So, why do you want to work in this flower shop?
Well, actually, I would like to open my own flower shop someday. I need to see the difference between running a shop in Vietnam and running one here.
Well, that's great. But are you sure you'll be happy in a small shop like this?
There are many larger shops, but I like this one. I like that it's run by a woman.
Well, now that we know why we both think this store is great, let's talk about your experience. Shall we go back in the office?
Hi, my name is Paul Young, and I'll be your teacher today. Let's talk about what we just saw. Is Tashomi applying for work at the Main Street Cafe? Yes, he is. How did Tashomi find out about the job? Right, from the newspaper. Does Mr. Reynolds want Tashomi to work overtime every day? No, he doesn't, but he does want Tashomi to work some overtime. Why does Tashomi have a problem with working overtime? Right, because he's a student and he needs the time to study. And what about Anne? Is she applying for work at the Main Street Cafe too? No, she isn't. Where does she apply for work? Right, at the flower shop. Is it a large flower shop or a small one? It's a small flower shop. Why does Anne want to know the difference between the flower shops here and the flower shops in Vietnam? Right, because she wants to open her own flower shop someday. You've seen and heard Tashomi and Anne answer some important questions during their job interviews. Pay close attention as Anne continues her interview. What kinds of questions does she ask Mrs. Riley? Does the job offer any health benefits? Watch and listen.
Now, I see from your application that you have a lot of experience working with all kinds of plants and flowers.
Yes, when you have your own shop, you have to do everything.
Right. So then you know how much work it takes to have a successful business. Well, we start at 6 a.m. and we close at 7:30 p.m. I'll need someone here at 6 a.m. every day. Is that a problem?
I have to take my son to the babysitters at 7.
That is a conflict. Well, we can work something out with the schedule. I'm flexible. Is there someone who could watch your son on Saturdays?
Yes, my husband does not work on Saturdays.
Great. Well, now that you know a little bit more about the job, do you have any questions for me?
Yes, I do. Do you have any health benefits?
It's a good question. For my full-time employees, I have a basic health plan, but it doesn't include dental or vision care.
Will your plan cover my husband or son?
No, it only covers you. Of course, you can pay extra to cover your family. I'm not sure what you need to pay. We can go over the policy together.
Thank you. You're very kind.
Ann, I have to ask you this question. Do you have a green card?
Yes, I do. I have temporary resident status.
Good. I hate to ask that question. Well, any more questions from me?
Well, could you tell me the salary?
Yes, of course. I'm sorry. The job starts at $5.75 an hour, and I will raise you to $6 an hour in 6 months, if we're both happy.
And when will you make your decision?
I've already made my decision on. Job is yours if you want it. You'll make an excellent assistant.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you forgot one question.
Oh, when do I start?
Is now too soon?
What time does the flower shop open in the mornings? Yes, at 6 a.m. Who can watch Ann's daughter on Saturdays? Right, her husband can. Does the flower shop offer any health benefits? Yes, it does. Does the plan include Ann's husband and daughter? No, it doesn't. Can Ann pay extra to have her husband and daughter covered by the health plan? Yes, she can. Are dental and vision care covered by the plan? No, they're not. Does Ann have a green card? Yes, she does. If you're not a citizen, do you need a green card to get a job? Yes, you do. Does Mrs. Riley offer Ann a job? Yes, she does. And does Ann accept? Yes, she accepts the job. Now let's watch Tashomi finish his interview. Listen to hear if the restaurant offers any health benefits. What is the salary for a busboy?
I think it's great that you're in school. You can even study here when it gets slow. In the back, of course.
Of course.
Well, you know what a busboy does. Tell me, why do you want to work in this particular restaurant?
My home is near here. I like the area. I may even know some of your customers.
Listen, I need someone who can bus tables quickly. We get very busy around lunchtime here. You don't have time to talk to the customers.
Of course not.
Right. Do you want to ask me something?
How much is the pay?
$4.50 plus tips, but you'll have to talk that over with your waitress.
I don't understand.
Each busboy is teamed up with a waitress. You get a certain amount of the waitress's tips. You have to see your waitress at the end of the day.
Yes, thank you. Now I understand. Do you offer any health benefits?
Unfortunately not. This is a small place I run. If I did, I'd probably have to close the restaurant.
That's fine. I didn't expect any, but I had to ask anyway.
One thing, may I see your work permit?
I have one. It's at home. I can go get it.
You need a green card to work here. And I obey the law.
I have a green card. The number is on the application.
Oh, yeah, fine. Fine, then I'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. with your card.
Do I have the job?
Yes, you do.
All right.
Congratulations. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Does Mr. Reynolds tell Tashomi that it's okay for him to study in the back when it gets slow? Yes, he does. Is Tashomi's home far away from the restaurant? No, it isn't. How much is the busboy's salary? Right, $4.50 an hour, plus tips. Who does Tashomi have to see to get his share of the tips? Right, the waitress. She gives him his tip money. Does the restaurant offer any health insurance? No, it doesn't. Does the show me have a green card? Yes, he does. Does Mr. Reynolds ask to see his green card? Yes, he does. Does Tashomi get the job? Yes, Tashomi gets the job. Does Tashomi start work today? No, he doesn't. He starts tomorrow. You're going to practice some questions you need to ask on an interview. Listen to Tashomi and An ask questions about salary, health benefits, overtime, and work schedule. After Tashomi or An ask a question, you will have time to repeat it. If you need more time, you can always press the pause button. Let's watch and listen.
How much is the pay?
$4.50 an hour plus tips, but you'll have to see the waitress about that.
Do you offer any health benefits?
Fortunately not. I can't afford to.
What are the hours?
Ten to 6, Monday through Saturday.
Do you need me for any overtime?
Sometimes, but I will let you know the day before if I do.
How much does overtime pay?
Time and a half.
What would you like me to wear to work?
Black pants and a white shirt. I'll give you an apron to use.
Are there any holidays?
Yes. Christmas, Memorial Day, Labor Day, and 4th of July.
When do you offer a raise in pay?
If you work out well, I offer a raise after a year. Any more questions?
I have a green card. Do you need to see it?
Yes, I will need to see it before I can hire you.
Do I have the job?
Yes, you do.
When do I start?
Tomorrow at 10 a.m.
That was very good. Now watch and listen to An ask similar questions.
How much is the salary?
It starts at $5.75 an hour.
Do you offer any health benefits?
I offer a basic health plan for my full-time employees.
Does that include dental or vision care?
No, it doesn't.
How about my family? Does the plan cover them too?
Only if you pay extra.
What are the hours?
"6 a.m. to 7:30 p.m., 7 days a week."
Do I get a day off?
Either Monday or Tuesday. Those are our slow days.
Will you need me for any overtime?
You will be working some overtime, but you will know your schedule a week in advance.
Does overtime pay more?
Yes, time and a half.
What would you like me to wear to work?
What you're wearing now is fine. A nice dress, a skirt, pants and a blouse would be okay too.
Are there any holidays?
No, we're open on holidays. That's when we make most of our sales.
Would it be possible for me to take one day off in February?
I'm sure we could work that out. What's in February?
It's Tet, Vietnamese New Year.
No problem.
When do you offer a raise in pay?
After 6 months to $6 an hour.
I have a green card. Do you need to see it?
Yes, I do. It's the law. Any other questions?
Do I have the job?
Yes, you do.
When would you like me to start?
How about right now?
Now we're going to practice similar questions in 2 more situations. After you hear our friends ask a question, you will have time to repeat it. It's your turn to ask it.
How much does the shoe salesman job pay?
It starts at $5 an hour base pay plus commission.
How does commission work?
You get 5% of the first $300 from your sales each day. Any sales above $300, you get 10%.
Does the company offer health benefits?
Yes, full medical, dental, and vision care for you, spouses, and children.
What other benefits do you offer?
You get an employee discount.
What's an employee discount?
You get 15% off anything in the store.
That sounds great. What are the hours?
9 to 5, Monday through Friday, and Saturday, 10 to 4.
Is there any overtime?
No, there is never any overtime.
What's the dress code?
Men wear suits and ties, women wear dresses or pantsuits.
Are there any holidays?
All legal holidays.
Is there any vacation?
Yes, 2 weeks paid vacation after the first year.
When do you offer raises?
We have regular salary reviews every 6 months.
That was great. Now you will have a chance to practice answering prospective employers' questions. Pretend you are interviewing for a job. When the boss comes on and asks you a question, you respond honestly with your own information. Watch our friends Didi and Boris answer each question.
Can you work overtime?
Yes, I can work overtime.
No, I can't work overtime.
Can you work weekends?
I can work on Saturdays, but not Sundays.
I can work weekends if you need me.
Do you have a green card?
Yes, here it is.
I do, but it's at home.
Is your schedule flexible?
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Why do you want to work here?
Because it's close to my school.
Because I'm very interested in this business.
Remember, there are many different ways to answer these questions. In an interview, you want to act naturally and try to be yourself. Answer each question honestly and in your own way. Remember, there's no right answer.
Can you work overtime? Can you work weekends? Do you have a green card? Is your schedule flexible? Why do you want to work here?
Remember, if you need more practice, rewind the tape and repeat the exercises. This is the focused listening section of the lesson. You will need a pencil and your worksheet or a piece of paper. Many times, you listen to specific information, but you're not sure of what you hear. Today, we're going to practice listening to information given to us during a job interview. If you have a workbook, find the chart that looks like this. If you don't have a chart, draw one on a piece of paper. You see 3 columns of boxes marked health benefits, overtime, and starting salary. Down the side of the page, the sets of boxes are numbered 1, 2, and 3. Watch parts of 3 interviews. For the first interview, if the job offers health benefits, write yes under health benefits. If it doesn't, write no. If the job requires overtime, write yes under overtime. If not, write no. Then listen closely for the starting salary. Under that column, write in how many dollars an hour the boss says the job pays. Do the same for the second and third interviews.
Ira, are you ready? I don't have all day.
Coming. Thanks for practicing with me, Mrs. Lopez.
Are you ready? Let's start practicing.
Does your company offer any health benefits?
No, it doesn't.
Will you need me for any overtime?
Yes, I will.
What is the starting salary?
$6 an hour.
Your worksheet should look like this. There are no health benefits, so no is circled. There is overtime, so yes is circled. Mrs. Lopez said she would need Jose to work overtime. The starting salary is $6 an hour. Watch the next interview and mark your answers.
Are there any health benefits?
I offer a basic medical plan to my full-time employees. Can you work overtime?
Yes, I can, as long as I know in advance.
Good, because you will work overtime.
What is the hourly salary?
$5.75 an hour to start.
Check your worksheet. Mrs. Riley does offer a basic medical plan, so yes is circled. Mrs. Riley said she needed An to work overtime, so yes is circled. The starting salary is $5.75 an hour. That's what Mrs. Riley told An. Try the last interview.
What is the salary?
It's $8.50 an hour.
Do you have health benefits?
Yes, but only after you've been working here for 3 months.
Do you require employees to work overtime?
No, we don't have any overtime here.
The company offers health benefits after 3 months, so yes is circled. The man told Sonia overtime would not be needed, so no is circled. Did you write $7.50? No, you didn't. The starting salary is $8.50. You can stop the tape, rewind, and replay the conversation to try it again. Congratulations to An and Tashomi on their new jobs.
Thank you for taking the time to learn with us. Let's review. Today, you learned how to ask and answer questions during the job interview. Next time, you will learn how to ask questions on the job. Until then, keep putting English to work.